It's a revival. Neutral. Oh. Oh. Why, hello there. It's a good day. And this is an instructional video. Oh, it's all over me. Oh, man. And what is it that's all over me? Hantavirus. Hurry on. I'm already in it. This channel has it all. Cooking, cold starts, burger reviews. I'll even take you to church. But this is a 1976 Datsun 280Z. 76, a good year for Datsuns. And I'm going to tell you how to fix this. In fact, I'm going to tell you how to fix absolutely anything with a few simple rules. Let's take a look around this thing. This is a, I believe a 76 280Z. Got Montana plates. The old style, they haven't done those raised letters. The raised letters were done by real prisoners. It's been a long time. Sometime after, it says 99, 1999. That's a 9. Oof. Oh, look at this sweet stuff. Louvers. Louvers. How cool is that? Let's see if we can open that. I don't know what the louvers are supposed to do. But as a sunroof, I do not believe there was a sunroof option. And this came with all sorts of cool stuff. For example, these are just snazzy looking gauges. A real amp gauge, nice. I don't think we'll be using those. Whew. Look at that. The real emblem. Hazel. I guess. You haven't watched much Simpsons today. Say hi, Hazel.
Hello.
Alright. Oh my goodness, we've got a full set of extra gauges here. Got our temp and oil. Oh, the clock. Nice. That's single, so I think that's probably clutch, since it's just the one. A clutch master cylinder. Turn signal. That's missing up in the front. Ooh. Nice toggle switch. Oh, I think that's, yeah, these are replacement lines for the fuel injectors. Gold for license plate, probably. Whoa, it must be for the whole harness for the fuel injectors. Hose clamps. What else we got in here? What are these? Random bolts. I had a friend who was able to pick this up. He worked at an auto shop. He was able to pick this thing up for free on the condition of getting it out of there. And he got it out of there. And he had nowhere to put it because he has like 10 project cars. He's actually working with some really cool stuff. He's getting in the G35s. He is an S32, something like here. Uh-oh. That's not bad. Looking under the thing. No. Oh, jeez. Okay. Floor pans are rusted. Oh, my goodness. Why do I do this? What is wrong with me? Not badly rusted. I think the Mercedes is worse. Oh, look at this thing and how cool it is. Look at those gauges. Sexy. And, hold on, cool thing. See, alright, I'm going to show you some other things that are cool. There's 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. Factory 5-speed. How cool is that? All sorts of stuff. It comes with all secondary gauges, but whoa. That's a voltmeter, and I've got an amp gauge in there. That must be out of a 240. Got a fuel light. Alright, this is snazzy. I mean, let me out. Look at this factory. Definitely not factory, actually. It's definitely not factory, but that's still pretty cool. Ooh, and it's probably UV tinted. What's this? Oh, rear defogger button. Oh, a light, because this does have the rear defogger. I do got a key for this thing, which we'll definitely look at here. Ooh, that dash is rough. Well, we got to get this thing running. Will it run? It doesn't go to off. It just goes to vent. Very well. Alright, the 5-speed's super cool. More clues. Super heavy duty .3. Seal's broken, so this is probably junk. Or is junk if that seal's open. Because as soon as you open it, they start clicking down. Just sucks all the water out of the air. But, looks like I do have them emblems. Whoa! Alright, that's cool. What else we got in here? Bulbs. Nice. Oh, hey, look at that. Yeah, nice. Fortunately, this thing is not going to be very useful for me because it's just the 2, not the 2+2, which would be desirable for me. I know it's less desirable in terms of coolness of car, but it's... If this thing ran if I get it to running, and, well, there's a lot of things that need to happen. It would be pretty cool to take the kids in here sometimes. Our little joyride. But alas, we are not the 2+2. Let's go look. See, it last ran. At that time. You know, 6:30 is the best time. Hands down. Work on the whole thing right here. More cars should do the hood opening forward. Also, there's like no risk of it. It's probably an unfounded worry of mine, because I don't know that this has ever actually happened, but your hood popping up in your face. But obviously that wouldn't happen with this. Beautiful simplicity. Oh, it actually looks really good. Over full. Whoa, there's actually antifreeze in it. You may not be able to see that, but it's green. Came with new plugs. Got these. Someone's fiddled with that. All is well. That hose, surprisingly not broken. Beautiful. And look at that plate there. Alright, let's see here. Fuel lines. Okay, it had those new caps on, or the new pigtails, but these one have been taken off before, and two, alright, where's the fuel come in? Something else to study here. Oh, fuel goes around the motor. That's definitely coming from the back. Uh-oh, someone's worked on that before. Whoa. There is a lot of Bondo on this. A little rust. Ooh, ratty. Let's look under the thing and check out this rust situation. So obviously that's going to be a major factor in determining what happens to this thing. Alright, so floor pan here. There's drain plugs of sorts. Which doesn't look too bad on this side. There's definitely a few holes, but they look small holes. That definitely got punched in. Like, was it jacked up in the wrong spot? Because I think the jack point is right there. Rule number 1. The last person was an idiot. Now, I had previously looked at this thing and I found that it would crank but had no spark. So, I am that idiot. This is very discouraging. If the last guy knew what he was doing, this would be running. Rule number 2.
Knowledge. Modern repair books suck. Let's see. Import automotive. Datsun C140. Let's see, let's find our Z's. Tune-up specs. Every old book like this not only has all the specs you need. Ooh, even wheel alignment. But it has a theory of operation. Ooh. That's going to be important. You don't get that in a modern book. It doesn't tell you how it works. It gives you a checklist on how to replace it.
Using that repair manual, I know that this has electronic fuel injection. That's analog fuel injection. But that is a standalone unit, which in our case makes this a bit simpler and easy to troubleshoot. The ignition control module is also a standalone unit. Many car folks are afraid of fuel injection. I've seen many Z cars converted to carbs. That's both expensive and dumb. Electronic is not that complex. It's an analog computer. It really needs engine speed input from the distributor, an airflow reading, and a start signal. It does have some other inputs, but for the sake of firing those injectors, that's all it needs. But I digress. Rule number 3. Pertinent problems first. This is not firing the fuel injectors, located here. Maybe tying to rule 1 is that I can see that these have been broken off and that it has some new pigtails. So someone has looked at that before. Rule number 1 in that last guy. It's not firing the fuel injector. And I could spend all day troubleshooting why. This fuel injection system requires input, speed input, from the distributor, from the coil. Someone's been in that before. Rule number 1. This is an HEI style ignition system. An older Z would have points. There would be a cam lobe inside of the distributor, but open and shut points. Those in the contacts would connect the negative side of the coil to ground. Some people describe this coil as sort of like a capacitor, and that shorting it out to ground enables it to release its charge. It's fine if you think of it that way. Well, really what's happening here is half-wave AC power. The coil is just a transformer. Back to points. The advantage to points is that it can handle coil current directly with no additional electronics. They need regular maintenance, and there was limits on how fast they could rev. An important consideration for a Z car. Now back to HEI. This is a GM unit. Pretty standard. Normally this would live in the distributor, but it doesn't have to. In fact, the ignition control module for this is in the passenger wheel well. The points were replaced with this magnetic pickup. When these little cogwheels go by the point, which you may not be able to see, but is there, I think it's about right there, a small current is induced. It's basically a trigger for the ignition control module, which itself is just a very fast relay, or switch. And then this shorts the coil to ground. That's been a while. Let me remember. WG. WG goes to the magnetic pickup, or should go to the magnetic pickup. There we got the two wires. B is battery. C is coil. And this is grounded through the chassis, which should be mounted to something like this. There's no spark here. It could be the wire. I mean, unlikely given how new it looks. Could be the cap or rotor. That actually doesn't look too bad. Could be the coil. We'll check that for resistance and voltage. Could be the ignition control module. Or it could not be getting signal from the reluctor. Which brings me to rule number 4. Easiest problems first. That's easiest to diagnose. Back to rule number 2. Google is your friend. If there's a usual suspect, it probably pays to start there. Forums, even other YouTube videos. But I'm going to ignore the YouTube. And we're going to do this in an order. Easiest to most difficult. Spark plug wires. 1. Cap and rotor. 2. Coil. 3. Pickup reluctor. 4. And 5. Ignition control module. And rule number 5. No parts lottery. This has new cap wires, I think rotor as well. There's even new things in there. Ignition parts hiding back there. We will only replace what we can verify is bad. So no parts lottery. And granted, most of these parts probably need to be replaced anyway. But we're going to get it running first, then we'll worry about a tune-up. How many vehicle ads have you seen where it says, already replaced A, B, and C, only needs X? Maybe that's more like rule number 1. Well, thanks for watching. This video is the first of a series. We're going to dive into the bolts of this and get it running. But to see that, we need some participation from you. And I think you know what to do. But, in the comments below, you know about as much of this situation as I do. It'll crank, but it will not get spark. What do you think our culprit could be here? Put it in the comments below. Thanks for watching.